Well, I'm Isabella Santos. I am the founder of GetBased, co-founder of GetBased, a production agency. They're not only teaching them about Bitcoin, they're teaching them about different aspects, like how to build their own businesses. They're teaching them, like, helping them how to be more independent.
Okay.
Anyway,
Bitcoin is only a tool for that, right?
yeah, Bitcoin's only a tool for that. Most of them, they say, fix the money, fix the world.
Yeah.
And it goes along those lines. Corruption comes because of, they keep printing more money. So a circular economy is literally just a normal economy. Like, you have jobs, schools, and you're spending goods and services using Bitcoin.
Yeah, we don't have much time, so I'm gonna get straight to that question. Who were you before Bitcoin and who are you right now? Is there a difference? So, my name is Isabela. I'm a wealth manager and I focus on educating other wealth managers around Bitcoin. Can you tell us who you are and what do you do?
Who am I and what do I do? Wow, that's a tough question. Well, I'm Isabella Santos. I am the founder of GetBased, co-founder of GetBased, a production agency for based companies. And I work with Bitcoin Magazine and I create the show Bitcoin Backstage. And I am the founder of BTC Isla, which is a little island in Mexico named Isla Mujeres, where I'm trying to build a Bitcoin circular economy there.
Okay, so can you tell us more about this circular economy, Bitcoin circular economy? That's
So I had an idea to orange pill Isla Mujeres. It's this little island. It has 22,000 inhabitants, and it's around 13 kilometers long and 3 kilometers wide. So I wanted to orange pill the island, but I ended up going to Peru.
Okay.
I don't know if you heard about the document, the project that Motive is doing over in Peru. They're building Bitcoin circular economies in over 16 different places, but they're in developing cities.
Yeah.
The thing is, what they're doing is they're not only teaching them about Bitcoin, they're teaching them about different aspects, like how to be literally like a human,
Okay.
Not like literally a human, but they're teaching them like how to build their own businesses. They're teaching them, like, helping them how to be more independent.
Okay.
Anyway,
Bitcoin is only a tool for that, right?
Bitcoin's only a tool for that. So me going to this documentary and seeing what they're doing there, that's what I wanted to do. I was like, orange pilling the city or this island is not enough. So when I go to the island, I actually thought everybody wanted to know about Bitcoin. I thought everybody was going to be interested in the classes. But the reality is not everybody was interested.
Okay.
So that gave me the idea to create sort of like a blueprint on what someone goes through when they want to create a Bitcoin circular economy from scratch.
Okay.
So I started doing a show called BTC Isla, where I'm documenting what I go through, all the barriers. Like, we were having a graduation, a hurricane comes, or when you have to go talk to the merchants and they say, no, I don't want to accept Bitcoin.
Okay.
But before you understand, like, what I'm talking about with Bitcoin circular economy,
and also orange pilling, because I don't
orange
think...
pilling. Okay.
Okay, yeah.
So orange pilling is when you fully understand the concept of Bitcoin. Not just like, hey, I invest in Bitcoin. No, that's not considered orange pilling. It's sort of like, it comes from the Matrix. You know how you have the red pill and the blue pill, and then you have to choose?
Yeah.
This is the orange pill, the Bitcoin pill, where you start waking up to the reality that's around you, and you start viewing Bitcoin as, the perfect money in a way, and the solution to, not the solution to all our problems, but half of the problems, because most of them, they say, fix the world, fix the money, or fix the money, fix the world.
Yeah.
And it goes along those lines. Corruption comes because of, they keep printing more money because of inflation. So we're dependent and we give power to these people that have a lot of money. But if we take that power away through Bitcoin, that's more or less like you're waking up and seeing the reality of life.
Okay.
Like you're choosing to take the orange pill.
Okay.
And Bitcoin circular economy comes through like 3 parts. You have part 1, the education, and then part 2, you have the merchants, and then the part 3, which is like the creating the jobs.
Yeah.
So a circular economy is literally just a normal economy. Like you have jobs, schools, and you're spending goods and services using Bitcoin.
Yeah.
Sats. And the idea is to create Bitcoiners through the school, have merchants accept Bitcoin, and then create jobs that pay in Bitcoin. And then you start building little by little Bitcoin circular economy.
Okay. And so can you share perhaps a story of people who have changed their lives because of Bitcoin? Perhaps in Peru, perhaps in Mexico, or in the island, for example, where the real use of Bitcoin have changed their lives?
Like, I'm being completely honest. It's been hard to get people that don't really know what Bitcoin is to understand it and sort of like care for it.
Yeah.
So it's been a battle trying to get people to care for Bitcoin, because the people that live on the island, they don't have savings account. They don't pay taxes. They live day to day.
Okay.
They use their cash. Like, they get paid in cash and they spend that cash right away. Their saving mechanisms is they use this thing called tandas.
Okay.
That's how they save money.
What's that?
Tandas is sort of like, not like a Ponzi scheme, but like a pyramid. In a pyramid, how you find 5 people and each person, like, they pay each other.
Yeah.
So they get like 5 friends and they each put like 2,000 pesos. So 1 month, friend 1 gets all the money. Yeah.
What?
Like month 2, the other person gets all the money.
Okay.
And they pay every month like 2,000 pesos.
Okay.
That's how they save. Like,
That's
they think they're
crazy.
saving, but at the end of the day, they're not saving because they spend that money right away. They buy that TV, or they go out or like buy it drinking. I don't know. God knows where they spend their money from. But to them, they're sort of like short-minded, as in like they don't see the long term. They don't see the vision of like, you work now so you can relax later, or that sort of mentality. So getting them to understand that there's a huge difference. It's an island, so it's very touristy.
Yeah.
And like a good example that I mostly like tell them, I'm like, a lot of Americans and Canadians come to the island, and it's like, why do you think the Americans and the Canadians have the
Purchasing
privilege,
power.
but
Yeah,
they're right
privilege.
there. They're like 50, 60 years old, living like it's a Monday, and they're at a restaurant enjoying their life, and they are literally working from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m., living for that day-to-day paycheck. So it's kind of like I'm trying to reteach them about money, how to save, and all the basic financial tools that you need.
Okay. So I focus more on Bitcoin as an asset, and I say a lot, don't spend your Bitcoin, don't sell your Bitcoin. I think you have a completely different view. So can you tell us about hyper-Bitcoinization, Lightning? What do you think about?
Well, the thing is, like, I have a theory. Like, if we want to treat Bitcoin as our day-to-day money, we need to be able to save in Bitcoin and spend Bitcoin. And I think we are still so freaking early. Like, not everybody has woken up. Not everybody uses Bitcoin. Not everybody owns Bitcoin. And the thing is, we as Bitcoiners need to start preparing the system so people, like, we can onboard 8 billion people.
When
right
they feel
now,
ready, right?
Exactly. Like, right now, 8 billion people are not ready for Bitcoin. Bitcoin's not ready for 8 billion people. Like, that's just a reality. So we need to start, it's like a science experiment in a way. We need to, trial and error and see what works, see what doesn't. Right now we're trying Lightning. Then you have Liquid. So you have to see what is better, because Bitcoin can't transact instantly.
Yeah.
It takes like around 10 minutes, or, the average block takes around 10 minutes to be mined. So if we start testing out everything about Bitcoin, also like have your own savings in Bitcoin. This is not a financial advice. That's just like what I do. I save in Bitcoin, but then I have some, like when I work for stuff, normally if they pay in Bitcoin, I always take like, pay me in Bitcoin. And I use those sats to like spend it to buy coffee, or especially on Nostr. I don't know if you talked about Nostr. A lot of people like are sleeping on Nostr. In Nostr, you get paid for like tweeting or putting videos. So I get a lot of sats from Nostr, and those sats I use to either buy myself lunch or, you know, buy myself a dinner or a coffee or clothes if I can, you know. But there's also alternatives. What I realized, a lot of like OG Bitcoiners are so prone to privacy, but there's this thing called Bit Refill, where you can actually use your sats to buy gift cards, being anonymous. It's kind of sick.
Nice. Yeah, we don't have much time, so I'm gonna get straight to that question. You seem there is a lot of passion in you. So I want to ask you, who were you before Bitcoin and who are you right now? Is there a difference?
Well, yes, there's a difference. I mean, I think we are all evolving, and we have to evolve. You know, we got to change. Who am I? Who was I before Bitcoin? Well, I was a fiat person. So,
what is a fiat person?
Fiat person. Well, I studied journalism. I always wanted to be a journalist. My dream was to be a TV host. So for around 8 years, I worked in the entertainment industry. I'm from Peru, so I always geared towards the Hispanic channels. I used to work in Telemundo and Hola TV. And by the age of 25, I fulfilled that dream by becoming a TV host and having my own segments from Monday to Friday. The thing was, I was so exhausted and drained, and I wasn't happy with, you know, the way that my life was. I would wake up every day and be like, okay, like, yeah, I love what I'm doing, but only, I have what I wanted, but I only had it for 10 minutes during the day because it was the 10 minutes that I was on camera.
Yeah.
But the reality was, I was miserable. The industry was so corrupt. The people there, like, everything was censored. Like, everything you see on the shows, it's hand selected from a producer. So, like, even the news have a narrative, a biased narrative. And I was like, I can't keep doing this. And my body ended up giving up, and like I got sick. So I decided to quit. And I've been working with Bitcoin Magazine for like about 4 years. I was doing their street interviews and their video stuff. So I decided to like, you know, focus on that, like go all in on like the Bitcoin industry, figure out what I can do to make a difference, and put like my little grain of salt, you know, or grain of sand into the silent revolution that's Bitcoin. And honestly, like, it's been a path in itself, you know, being in the Bitcoin space and meeting Bitcoiners. It's really cool. Oh, the lights turned off. But bueno, no, it's just, I feel like now I'm a happier person. It taught me a lot, and the space is so cool.
Yeah. The people. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for having me and having me on.
That's so cool.
Awesome.
Thanks.